ones, empaths, and all the real ones. If you someone that's been discarded by a narcissist, you need to be aware that the narcissist is full of your energy. Okay, they've been siphoning your energy throughout the whole relationship. Your servitude, your devotion, your care, your love, all this towards them went to their head. You see, went to their head, and they're full of energy. And this is why it can seem like a narcissist goes off with a light, or they've taken your light, or things like that. They are glowing because they've siphoned your energy, right? A potent supply source. They've siphoned it. They've drained you. And you might be depressed, lovesick, wishing for back then, in a place, stuck. That fuels them even more. And they see you in this state, okay? And really, it's not just romantic relationships, like I mentioned, with being lovesick. It can be in other relationship types of narcissistic kind of dynamics as well. But after they, abandon you, discard you, ghost you, whatever, it leaves you in that place, and they're full of energy, right? They're ready to take life by the horns and make something of themselves. That's what they think in their head. They're ready to upgrade, to go on and do better things. Please like, share, and subscribe. But the thing is, time's not their friend. Okay, time's not their friend. This burns out all of your energy that intoxicated them burns out, and this is why you need to stay silent. If you are at the beginning and you're in this right now, okay, you need to stay silent. Just go in your own way, no matter how hurtful it seems. All of the thoughts come into your head saying that you should say this, say that, say this, say that. Ignore it. Give it time. Literally, if you're going to say something, even if you're going to say it for now, right? Let me say this to you. Even if further down the line you're going to say something, you're going to say it more correctly. Okay? I'm not encouraging you to say anything. I advise you to stay silent. But I'm saying, even if you'll be more cool, calm, and collective, and by that time the narcissist will have burnt out. You see? But if you reach out, what I have to give you a fair warning about is, if you reach out, this refuels them. All right? You could have left it 6 months, then contacted them. It's going to refuel them, and they'll just pivot in the other way again. Remember, you are the one that's been discarded. You are the one they're trying to classify as the reject. Yes, time's not on their side. They will burn out. This energy they had of yours fades. They run into trouble. All right. I mentioned in the video previously, before this one, about the narcissist and their inauthentic connections. All right. And why they always feel lonely, if you want to check that out. But they have inauthentic connections, right? This is why your fuel source was so potent, because you're authentic. Authenticity is the highest frequency above love, I think, right? From my analysis, authenticity, right? Love's there, then it's authenticity, the highest frequency. When you're going with that frequency, this fuels a narcissist beyond all measure, all right? And some people can't wrap their heads around it. But you'll know if you're authentic. I don't believe the devaluation. I understand a lot of you in a place of hurt. You don't see yourself in the best light at the moment, but you kept it real. You kept it 100 in the relationship. That's authenticity. All right. So all I'm saying is, just be aware that you're gonna see them shining like they're full of your light. I remember my very first session. He was saying to me, they seem like they've gone with my light. And I've heard it after that as well. Other people saying this to me. And that is how it appears. Okay, it does appear because they are energized by you, but that quickly fades once the replacement supplies or supply is in their lives. They realize very quickly. Okay, so you need to understand that time's not on their side. Plus, if you maintain the silence, it becomes more difficult for them, and it's a slimmer and slimmer window of opportunity for them to come back in your life if you're staying silent. All right. Yes, they'll try and reverse Hoover. They'll try and do these things, staying silent, to try and bait you out and all that. And that's why I'm advising you, just stay silent. Okay. Some of you in the comments say it, hey Zion, like it's been 8 months, it's been 10 months, it's been this, it's been a year, like I just went silent straight away. That's powerful. This is what you need to learn from what these people done. Remember, there's no communication with a narcissist, there's no reciprocity, there's no reciprocation. Everything's a motive, everything's an agenda, and I'm not being over the top. It literally is. You can't have a real heart. So when you're trying to like communicate from your heart to them, they can't, break that down. You can't chop it up with them. You can't chop it up with them. Like, and I want you to remember, like, narcissists have that glare, right? I'm not talking about the evil eyes or the smirk. They have a smirk and all that, right? But they have a glare of lack of comprehension when you're talking to them. Right, and it's not that you're talking down to them. All right, you don't, like, empaths and chosen ones and authentic souls don't talk down to people. All right, like, it's just the way it is, and they have that glare, and it's because they can't wrap their heads around what you are. This is what I'm saying. They never really got to know you. And that's something that eats them up. They never really got to know you. They had the opportunity to get to know you. They were too focused on trying to destroy the relationship, their own insecurities, their own problems, and they never truly embraced what they had and cherished what you were bringing to the table. Okay, but this does come to the forefront of their minds afterwards. Once they lose the supply source, it brings them down to earth. All right. Once the energy that you fueled them with, that they siphoned off you, has gone, this brings them back down to earth. The replacement's not, it's not filling that void that they have, and they'll begin to reflect and see how they didn't truly get what they wanted, and that can even entail they didn't destroy you enough, especially when they see you rising. So everyone, stay strong out there. Keep rising. Stay silent, It's important. Everyone needs to stay silent. You've got to stay silent, It's not... It can be so tempting to say something, especially when they try and bait you or they do something to you. It can be tempting to say something. Right, but you need to get past that. You'll get past that where your silence carries so much more weight than any words could, because you can't communicate with them. So anyway, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can also request custom videos. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you'd like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. All links you need are in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.